Man, I'm running late today. You ever just get into that mode where you're just like, that day where you just like, what do I do? What am I doing? Where do I go next? What is my plan? What's going on? Hey guys, it's Shaggy and coffee with Shaggy in the morning, almost afternoon. And gang, we'll see who pops on. We got some invites out. Sometimes they show up, sometimes they don't. Let some people pop on. I only got a few minutes. I wanted to come on and talk. How's everybody doing? All right, we're live. Okay, cool. How's everybody doing? Hey, if you come through the video and you guys get a chance to watch it for a few seconds, a few minutes, or vice versa, take time to like it. If you want to share it, go ahead. At least like it. Drop some comments or questions in the chat. I'm Shaggy. If you're new, I own Shaggy's Consulting and Training Group. We also have Shaggy's Solutions Combined Save, Shaggy's Logistics, and we do some dispatching too. And we're getting ready to do a deal today with Dion Trucking out of Michigan. He's got a ton of trailers sitting, and we're looking forward to helping him put on owner operators and growing his trucking company. I'm helping him side by side. We're going to piggyback the brokerage so that way we can start doing more asset-based stuff with customers and actually have a relationship with a carrier instead of carriers. So we go after customers, and we're working with a few other guys too. So we're not just going to limit it to him. What's up, guys? Morning. Well, I hope you guys seen Frank's show last night. He was a rock star. How's everybody doing this morning? It's what do they call that? What do they call Wednesday? Hump day? Is that what it's called? Like, so I gotta get over the week. The weekend's coming. Yeah, let's call it the middle of the week. How's your guys' trucking business going? Like, what are you guys doing right now? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what are you doing to work on it? What do you guys got going on? What are you doing with your business? How is everything going? This morning, I wanted to take a few minutes and find out what you're doing in this markets. I see lots of stories and hear lots of comments about everything changing and moving forward. Factoring companies are telling me about they see 8 months. Hi, CC. How are you? Good morning. Cheers. Coffee in the morning. If you guys are still coming through, make sure you like the page. Let me know if you like these videos that I do every day. If you don't, please put a comment and say they suck or something, man. Like say, hey. Or if you need some new topics for me, give me some topics in the comments that you want me to research and bring up for you guys in the next week. Maybe networking, posting with directions, searching, restructuring your trucking company. Um, Talk about scripts and sales, why you're doing lots of sales calls and you're not getting anywhere. Understanding different things. We're going to be doing, me and William are going to be doing a bunch of sales calls today to customers afternoon. He's got about 20 leads, 30 leads. And we're actually working with a few of our trucking clients that have only a trucking company, but they need to get customers and they got the leads for the customers, but they don't really know what to do with them. You know what I mean? So we're actually working with some of the carriers that don't have a brokerage side and helping them become asset based through Shaggy's Logistics because, sometimes you can call customers all day long and never, ever, ever, ever get anywhere. But some days I can work with a trucking company that I've mentored or trained that has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trucks and teach them how to be bigger than they are by working with my team, William and Isaiah and Justin and us to be able to help them conquer that. So we got some of our carriers that have lists and they've been in places with loads sitting on the dock and stuff like that. And they want the customer, they want to work with the customer, but they're so scared because they only have so many trucks, they don't want to do it wrong. So we're going to help them. And we're doing some calls with them. We got a list of their leads coming in and we're going to work with them. It's all about team. team and having a plan. So how are you guys? What are you guys doing right now in the middle of the week to really help your trucking company? And you know what I mean? Like, what is going on? So, well, as you're flowing through, let's talk about that this morning. Like, what kind of things are you doing? I wanted to come on for a little bit and just take about 30 minutes. On September 17th, I'm going to do another webinar. And the only reason I'm doing another webinar is because the last webinar I just did Sunday was so cool. It was so great to be able to get in and teach. You know, sometimes when we're at our darkest times, you have to go to other people sometimes to show you what you're missing, what you're leaving on the table, and what you're not doing, right? Or what you could be doing, or what you should have done, or what we should have done, or what I should have not done when I had my trucking companies. I see so many mistakes that we do all the time. You know, I built this webinar, this new one, this workbook webinar, so we could go over 6 topics I feel that are a lot of trouble. And I want to stay to those topics. So we're getting back into it. So the first topic we always have is, why did I start a trucking company, and what am I doing it for, and how will the market work for me? Like right now, how many people are making calls every day to build their network before they start? You know what I mean? How many are finding brokers before we get active while the authorities are sitting, so we know who we're going to be able to work for when we jump out there? Even if you age your authority, if you have no relationships, what's good is it? Even if you, like Jorge said, if you have 40 brokers that will use you in the 30 days, but nothing's right there where you need it and it's not your freight, what good is it? What good is it? You know, why are we buying company trucks? If I drive the truck, what will I do if something happens? What do I need up front to actually do the work, and how will I pay the bills after? You know, we talk about that like in the first hour, really, really in depth. And then another thing is, right now, what is my cost for me to make 120,000 a year with one truck, me driving it, and then to put away another 50 to 70,000 a year and fixed cost and escrow so I can spend my money on what I want to? And how do I cover my truck, trailer, fuel, fixed costs, you know what I mean, or my insurance and all that? And then if I was to grow my trucking company, which pieces would make it work? And then you know what I mean? That's hour number 2. Which pieces will make it work? Because not every piece works. Not every driver is the same. Some people, their cost of living destroys their trucking company, and then it'll destroy you. We get lost, right? So in hour number 2, we learn about understanding cost of a one truck authority. If I hire on trucks, where I buy trucks, or do I do lease purchase after I hate the trucks? Am I going to bring owner operators on? And then will I bring on a guy with a fleet? Can I afford these people in my product I have right now? If I can't afford them, what do I need to make them empty and loaded per mile instead of every load that pays the same? You know, because we have to understand this, and what our other clients need, or our trucks, or these assets, or whatever we're using. We have to understand this because this is what's going to make the business excel. This is how we're going to sell these rates to customers. This is how we understand how to use other carriers to control customer. You know what I mean? And I think this is a lot of problems people have, is we get caught up. We don't understand. We get confused. We forget. What do you guys think? Anybody have an opinion? The 4 people that are watching? I never know. Seems like sometimes there's more people watching than what it says, but what do you guys think? What can you do with your trucking business right now to change something, or to fix what you didn't do? And I know you're still doing it, because every day a guy calls me. They're like, I need a box truck. I got a hot shot. I got this. I got that. Well, did you network before? Did you do this? And it amazes me that there's still people where their wives are. A guy called me the other day. I don't know. His name was Joseph or something like that. He calls me up, and he probably watches, so I'm not going to throw him in a bus. But he calls me up, and his wife's having a kid. He quit his job. He's got a Sprinter van or a box truck. And and he's going through text blasts and stuff. And I asked the guy a few questions, and I can already tell the dude has no idea. And it's like, why do we put ourselves on the line like this? Well, we don't have to. Understanding cost. And you know what? The next question is compliance and safety. Why do we take it for granted? The front of the house product, from the hiring questions to that dictate your plan, to the process of running the background NVR and PSP. The PSP is most important. And then identifying what they're going to do when they come to you so they don't have no surprises. The 5 onboarding. And then the orientation. Why is so many people confused that this part of the program sets the stage to retain your drivers and keep your company in business? So that's what we talk about in hour number 3 in this webinar that I built that's coming up again on September 17th. So then once we figure out that, we should start understanding our product. And for all you guys that want to be bigger than one truck, I have a question. If you're bigger than one truck and you're really tired of load boards and you want to go after customers, why is a brokerage important to your trucking company? Why? To maintain the customers you already have? To get the ones you can't because you don't have enough trucks and you can't grow fast enough, but you can use other people's trucks and actually use the brokerage to cover that? It's like I think about it all the time when people call me, and I'm like, I was just thinking earlier, I was like, man, all these customers are saying you have trucks. Well, this guy's got 8 trucks, but the customer wants 20. I mean, I can make myself 20 trucks in a matter of minutes. The idea is if I go to that customer, can I still make sure that one of the 8 trucks, even though I have 20 now, are the ones that are picking up the loads? And then if I need all 20, can I add the trucks to fill the number to cover the customer now I have the product? There's so many different angles that we can do in different ways. We can change stuff to get the customer, service the customer, and do it. But if we don't know how, or we don't know what to say or what to do, how are we going to do that? And then if we don't understand about credit, controlling aging, to preventing fraud, and understanding how to bid the freight to make money and the percentages of what we don't get and what we do get, then the brokerage won't work anyways when we add it. So those are very important points that we have to discuss and understand why a brokerage is important to make a trucking company bigger and have leverage. And the last part of my webinar is the 2 ways we don't even take advantage of getting customers. And the way to get customers that people think the way to do it. And then what to do with those customers, how to talk to them, scripts, different ways as a carrier, as a broker. The 3 to 5 things that we need to know before we call them or how we're going to find those. And then the follow-up. And what we're going to do with the freight. Who are we going to do it with? And then you could actually add 7 and 8 if you wanted to, because then we get into the wheel, controlling the lanes. We get into dispatching other trucks because everybody's one way. How much leverage? What work do you want to really do? That goes back to the first part because everybody's like, I can't even get that far in there. Well, the part you have to have the hats. How many hats can you wear when you're expanding? You only have so much time in a day. It's kind of weird, man, too. It's like 2 or 3 people watching. It's like 10 o'clock in the morning. We must be all unloading trucks and stuff or getting trucks, booking our loads. I always wonder if I should keep coming on and doing these videos and trying to preach the plan and help people. Do you think our world's got to the part where no one cares anymore? People like me are getting elite. When do you know your number's done of what you're doing and you need to change? You know what I mean? When do we stop asking for help and just give up? I mean, have you thought about what you're going to do if this stops today? I think about it all the time. I'm 47 years old in trucking, and in 15 years, will they even need people like me? Like, do people even need somebody to call that always answers the phone anymore? Do they even care? I mean, I think about it because some weeks I'm busy as heck, and then I might go a week and a half with nobody, and I'm like, man, maybe it's time for a job change. Maybe people don't want to think outside the box. Maybe people don't want to make the phone calls and cut and network no more. Maybe people just want everything done for them, and like you're getting food stamps, wicked welfare, and fucking living in your camper. I mean, I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't understand. I try to keep fighting. I have this compliance company, and we're fighting. I have the brokerage, and we're fighting and helping. And now I'm getting ready to help Dion Hetty with his trucking company. We already have owner operators come on, and we're gonna now that his authority is almost 3 years old, we're gonna grow. So we're gonna keep fighting because I don't know anything else to do. Well, I think a lot of people are really at the point where it's like, what do I do? What if this? What if that? I mean, you're maxing out credit cards. People are cutting back on stuff. You're not buying it no more. Hell, you can't even afford like groceries and stuff. I mean, a jar of peanut butter is $4. You know what I mean? You're like, all this stuff causes a lot of distractions. It makes you depressive. Makes it hard for everybody. I hear it every day, in the phone calls. I always get phone calls, but I hear every day in people's voices. You see the comments on Facebook, YouTube videos. How do you get back to being focused? Sometimes you have to get help. I ask for help all the time. I call Frank. I call people I know. They have to keep my brain on track. I talk to my team. I call business partners, like factoring guys, and ask them what's up. I have a whole line of people, years and years back, that are still in business. Brokers I've trained that are moving freight, seeing what their responses are, if they're having trouble too, or vice versa. Maybe, you know what I mean? So if you guys watch the video later on, I'm only going to stay on like 20, 25 minutes. And you guys are having a really hard time. You can pick up the phone and just call. I'll answer questions. Set up a one-on-one if you have an hour's worth or two, three. Sit down with your husband or wife. Check out your plan. Let's work on your business. We can help you with about anything. But I didn't really have a lot to come on today. I was actually going to skip the coffee today because I know you get tired of hearing my voice. So, if you guys are having trouble, the world, it's hump day, Wednesday. You can hear it in my voice. I'm tired. It's hump day. Everything's gloomy. Freight boards suck. All these different things. Just ask for help. Somebody will help you. Check out the webinar coming up where we're going to go over those 6 topics. Read the reviews in the group from the last 6 to the last 9 that were in there. Work on your business. Don't give up. Be proactive. Have faith. Stay focused. Build a plan. Make the calls. All that good stuff. I don't see a lot of people on, so I'll mosey on my way. If you guys have a lot of questions, need any help, we're always here for you. Been here. We're not going anywhere. We're still cranking, fighting with the best, right? Of you guys. Yep. Have a great day, guys. Don't let all the drama get you down, the distractions. Stay focused. Use your social media marketing. Look at your image of your company. Think about how I'd find you if I had freight to offer you. All that good stuff. Be good, guys.